My name is Eve Collins. My parents, Aaron Collins and Diana Collins, along with my sister Kate Collins, were traveling by the sea when a tsunami struck and all three of them perished, leaving only me, about to start college, with a massive debt. The tuition I worked so hard to save, along with the house Aaron and Diana left behind, were all taken by creditors. Helpless, I was forced to work in a factory. Working 16 hours a day, living in a rundown dorm with 10 people, eating the simplest and cheapest meals, living like a machine. I finally paid off the debt, only to accidentally see on TV that Kate, who was supposed to be dead, had become a famous dancer. And Aaron and Diana even shared their thoughts. It turned out they took out a huge loan, faked their deaths, and ran off to Paris with Kate to pursue her dance dreams, leaving all the debt to me, who was just about to start college. I went to confront them, but was thrown out and got hit by a speeding truck, dying on the roadside. Before my consciousness faded, I heard Aaron curse, "Eve is so annoying, can't even die somewhere far away." When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day they faked their deaths. My grandmother Daisy Collins's sharp wailing slightly cleared my dazed mind. The excruciating pain of being crushed into pulp by the truck still spread throughout my body. I looked up and saw 3 bodies covered with white cloth neatly arranged in the morning hall before me. Daisy sobbed uncontrollably beside me. "Oh, how did my son die so young?" I almost burst out laughing, thinking, dead? These 3 people are perfectly alive. Mom, don't be too sad. Let them rest in peace soon. My Aunt Tessa Collins glanced at me and gently comforted Daisy. Tessa is a doctor, and the death certificates for Aaron, Diana, and Kate were all issued by her. At this time in my previous life, I was heartbroken and only took a quick glance at the bodies, everything else was handled by Tessa. The next day, I received 3 urns and a massive debt. I watched them coldly as they acted. Clearly, those 3 weren't dead, yet they put on a show of deep sorrow in front of me. The death certificates were issued by Tessa, so she must have known about Aaron and Diana's plan, yet she said nothing to me. In my previous life, when the creditors came knocking, I asked her for help, begging her to lend me some money first so I could finish my studies and pay it back gradually. The first time I came to her, she refused me. The second time I went to her, I found out she had applied to study further in Germany. Daisy was getting old, so all the debts ended up falling solely on me. I finally got into New York University, but I had to drop out because of overwhelming debt. To pay off the debt, I worked several jobs a day, but the creditors still thought I was too slow. In the end, they sent me to an illegal factory. I worked 16 hours a day, earning about $10,000 a month, but I only received $500, with the rest directly deducted for debt repayment. I lived frugally, ate vegetarian meals every day, and finally managed to pay off the debt. But I never expected that this was all a scam targeting me. Aaron and Diana were never dead. They borrowed a huge amount of money and took Kate abroad for her dance training, leaving the massive debt to me. They exploited me to turn Kate into a glamorous dance star. I was nothing but a blood bag, drained of every drop to sustain their family's glamour and dreams. This time, right under my nose, I want to see how they fake their deaths and escape. All the relatives and friends around were comforting Daisy and Tessa, but no one cared about me.